Hey y'all, so I wanted to make a quick video. I've been thinking about making this video all morning long, but I have been a bit resistant just because I feel like it's one of the more personal aspects of me and who I am in my life experiences. But I am working on understanding that the things that we experience in life really aren't necessarily for us, but to share and to help somebody else along. So today is September the 7th, and today was supposed to be my wedding day. So if you saw the video that I did with my boyfriend, we got engaged December 31st, 2017. And we had decided to give ourselves some time just to have the wedding that we really wanted to. And so we had planned for today to be our wedding day. So once we got engaged, let me backtrack. Well, I kind of feel like us getting engaged and then that pressure to be married, I guess, really allowed some of the issues that we had, or maybe even some of the issues that we didn't realize we had, but it allowed some of those things to surface. And long story short, we ended up breaking up. The breakup was really, really tough. And again, even in saying this and really like allowing myself to think back on that time, I understand that the things that we experience are not just for us, they're to help other people. Because I've always enjoyed talking to people and helping people, but how hard would it have been for me to relate to a woman that I was talking to that may have talked about heartbreak if I hadn't ever experienced heartbreak? You know what I mean? So yeah, that time was really, really, really hard. I mean, I was a freaking wreck. Like, I would call out of work. I was very depressed just because I couldn't understand how this thing that I waited so long for was being pulled from under my feet, meaning my engagement was ending. Well, shit, my engagement and then subsequently my relationship ended. And in that, I also lost like a very close friend. Like, thank God, like we've come to a place now where we are back together. But at the time, I didn't know that this was our fate. I didn't know that we would end up back together. So at the time, it seemed like I had lost a friend as well. So yeah, like today was supposed to be my wedding day, and it's so funny because I remember one of the biggest things that I was worried about was, oh my God, like how's the weather going to be on our wedding day? Like, you know, I was afraid that it would pour down raining, or just all of these things going through my mind. And then now, 2 years later, the day is actually here, and it's such a beautiful day. How beautiful the day is. It's such a beautiful day. And I also think the irony in all of this is also knowing that although we don't have control over certain situations, meaning when I was worried about how the weather would be on my wedding day, I of course didn't have any control over that. But then 2 years later, we get to the day and it's such a beautiful day. So just knowing that God is in control of everything and He knows the desires of your heart. And I know it's weird to say, but now I am so, so, so thankful that we did not, get married when we thought we were ready, because we weren't ready. Like, it's been so much that I've learned about not only my partner, but myself in these 2 years. During the time that we were broken up, like, I learned so much about myself. I learned more about my likes and dislikes just individually. Because we had been together at the point where we broke up. We had been together like 8 years, and we started dating so young until we kind of were growing up together, so to say, in our adulthood. And sometimes that's difficult because as you're trying to figure yourself out, you're also trying to also still remain true to who you are in terms of who that person fell in love with, if that makes sense. And I remember, like, when we had broken off the engagement, a lot of people didn't know because it wasn't a public thing. Like, the breakup wasn't public. And so at one point, I had just got so tired. And I wasn't upset about it because I know, like I said, people didn't know that we weren't together. But it had just become so frustrating for me to be out somewhere trying to have a good day because, like I said, during that time, I was really, really, really depressed about the breakup. But, it being a beautiful day outside, and so, me being intentional about getting out and going somewhere, and then I see somebody that knew us, and then they would ask, so when's the wedding? Or, how's the wedding planning going? And that just completely setting back my day. So I had decided to like make an official announcement on Facebook about it. And I remember doing that and having so much support from like friends and people that really didn't know me too like associates, I guess you could say. But then I remember certain family members like being, it's almost like they took on the shame of us not being engaged anymore, and they like, I don't know, they transferred that onto like me and shaming me for putting my business out there and for, making it a public thing. And so I really struggled with that for what, well, I wouldn't say I really struggled with it because I had made peace with the situation before I put it out there, but just always feeling like my purpose in life is to help other people along, and the only way that I can do that is in sharing my story. But then having certain people, you know, make me feel bad for doing that. Um, and that was one of the I don't want to say one of the first times, but I really saw like just because people are family does not mean they have your best interest at heart. Um, at all. And it's sad, and it's something that it took a while for me to come to terms with. But that's also a reason why I'm so thankful now to know that when we do have our wedding, like things will be so much better because when we were getting married at first, I wanted so many people to be there, like family, friends, associates. Like I wanted this huge wedding. But now I understand the importance of having those people there that knew what we went through and still were supportive, were not biased. They just genuinely wanted what was best for us, whether that meant we were together or apart. Like those are the people that I'm so excited about having them share our special day, and not being so concerned with the having a big extravagant wedding, and having a lot of people there just to witness it. Like, and also, um, one of my friends, well, somebody that I thought was like a friend, we had been friends for a while. We stopped talking, and that's somebody that I would have definitely put like definitely she would have been in my bridal party. But now going like, how would that have worked out? Like, I would have had to just put a replacement person in my wedding just because me and that person are no longer friends for reasons I don't even know. But it's just small stuff like that, and I think that goes back to seeing the bright side in everything that we go through. Even me and my cousin, like my cousin who was also my best friend as a child, we had lost touch. And I remember being engaged and really, really, really being like, dang, like, okay, I'm engaged. And for so long, we had talked about what our weddings would be like. But now I'm about to experience this and her not even being included in that. Like, it was hurtful. But now look, like, we have reconnected. Like, she's definitely, without a doubt, going to be a part of my wedding one day. And it's just like when God removes certain people, he also replaces them with the people that you really need, or the people that you really need to be in your corner. So I just wanted to share this. I'm not going to go into the details of everything, because I don't feel like that's what's important right now. Like maybe somewhere down the line we'll feel the need to like share little bits and pieces of the breakup. I don't know. But I just want to encourage you, one, like not to be discouraged, regardless of what things may look like. You never know how they'll turn out. And just to find peace in the things in life that seem to be like so detrimental at the time. Like I'm in such a good and happy place. Like I'm so glad that today was not my wedding day, because now going forward, I know like we've grown so much, and that day is going to be even more special. Oh, and one more thing. It's kind of like a societal thing. Like, don't allow society to tell you, because you've been with this person for so long, like y'all should be married or that kind of thing. Because I do believe that marriage is So a lot of times we say that from a more of a religious standpoint. And as you all know, like, I'm learning to get away from religion, because I feel like religion is, it can be so toxic and so damaging to people. But to really focus on spirituality and really doing what makes you happy, and doing things when the time feels right, and not just when other people say the time should be right for you. um so yeah, I'm so, like, I feel so, like, happy and blessed to be able to, like, share a video like this, and to be able to reflect back and now see 2 years later, like, where I am, where we are, and just, like, appreciating the growth, appreciating, not getting married, and then we may have been getting a divorce, like, who knows? Because I feel like if we would have continued with planning a wedding, like, it would have put a lot of stuff in the background when really it should have been in the forefront. um so I don't know, like, I hope I'm making sense in what I'm saying, because I know I'm rambling, but it's just something that, this is another one of those videos where I kind of just wanted to, like, timestamp where I am in life, and timestamp such a big moment of reflection, so that when everything comes together, everything comes full circle, like, somebody can look back, can, like, scroll through my YouTube videos and know that, like, I really did experience this stuff, and, just continuing to push forward and stay positive, like, this is where I'm going to end up, meaning, like, somebody in the future looking back at this video will know by then, of course, how things turned out. But so yeah, I hope that this served as inspiration to someone. Um, and I will see you all in the next video.